note no yenkɔ na fe yenkɔ sɛdeɛ ewiem sakram nsɛm bɛyɛ afa dɔnhwere aduri na ya edie ma no payi yehunu sɛ ɛbɔ kakra ɛwɔ wɔ wiem Ghana afana ba bebre no ano ɛbɔ kakra ɛwɔ hon kankan Ghana ya nafo ɛfom ɛna afes kwa no ba bi akwaye bretu ɛwɔ ba bi amepo ɛna nutan ɛwɔ ba bi a hoye mpoano no ɛbɔ kakra ɛsanka ewiem ɛne anopai na ɛda no mu no awia bɛyi ni ti kakra ɛde amaye amawia ɛnso ɛtimi abɔ Ghana afana ba bebre no ano yebetimi enya awia na mu mefiti awia bobrem ɛkɔ na nwumrem ne yenka hu se ensu kakra ɛwɔ possibility se ensu no ɛbɛtotɔ no ɛwɔ soro kakra ɛde maye se ene damu no nyina no yebetimi enya ensu bia ɛtesa Ghana ye tifi fam de ɛhɔ bɛkɔso a ayehye esan awia ɛbɔ ɛwɔ sampotem anopai yegina flawo enkrai ka so Cape Coastal krade azim ho kofodua achimoda kuma so bo asata kwasa hwebe kwai ketekra chicken tampo gos so nyane ene ne mpotem no ɛbɔ kakra ene mununkum egina wiem mununkum egina wiem no egina ohamobo pen aduanan 40% ya ho hye no egina free 22 ekosi 26 degrees Celsius ene anopai awia bobrem no awia be ni ti amaye amawia nso atimi abose awia ne timi ni ti a ya ho hye no ebepeja omanfo a omo ewo babi de se kofodua ena chimoda omutie yo metimi anya nso eno no egina ohamu abupen aduasa 30% na chese enso beto awia no ya ho hye no bepeja anopai die na begina 31 ena akosoro no eye 35 degrees Celsius enwumre mu de ebo kakraba besanka awiem ede amai omanfo bi ebetimi anya nso de se Cape Coast Data krade ebetimi anya nso sanso na chimoda ena afekofodua nso betimi anya nso a eno so toatoa so eye ohamu abupen aduanan 40% in the betimi achese ensu betimi aguya na wakai ahye no so anwumrem no ya ho hye no so beti abegina 28 and 29 degrees Celsius na achese yetimi anya na santinsum na ya kakra wo ho no sei enete tifi form de ye gina me bi de say ye ndi tamale bole damango boga tanga na lelugu ena wa enne mpotemo no a utimi se ena anopai no ebo kakra ewo ho ne so ma ho hye na hyase wosusu pro no so no egina free 25 ekosi 27 degrees Celsius awia bobrem na awia beiditi ede amom na omanfo wo yendi tamale ena bole enne mpotemo boga tanga so ka ho a ometimi enya ensu egina ohamu obupen aduasa 30% ya na waka ahye no se from 30% to 100 there is possibility 70% since so 20 ya na waka ahye no so ede amai awia mu no amahoshe no bepeja abegina 35 ena 38 degrees Celsius anwumrem no de amahoshe no so ebete na omanfo ewo wa etie yo betimi anya nsu sanso ena bogatanga damango ne potem so betimi anya bia no so egina ohamobo pen aduanan 40% no so chese ensu begugu na nwumrem no amahoshe no so bete abegina 32 33 ena akosro kra no 34 degrees Celsius na chese omso mo ho adwom kakra no matimi ada epo no so ye basa kakra ede ma afarefo no na nti omo manimre sekrodom no mpenam kakra enso emfa mra no munye ahweye ewopo no so emfa emaye sei ena wiem sakrum sem no eyafa gudie mrante eba beje adwa na afio maba be somye ewo agokansie ekwan so na asante ebo a eba na afia ba bedi enkomo kakra afa agokansie mu ensem adika katro ene dada se ye wo nkomo ahodo a yebedi ede amawo ewo dwumadie no so na yahwe na asante ebe wa beba ide enkomobu ho ha yebedi na afia de agokansie mu ensem no so atimi atoa so ede amawo bedi ede kwame abo akuda nkwamo a obetian frame a commodore your host with the most and your moderator na asante ebo eba ide na chese ye ba bedi enkomo kakra ewo fidua yi emu na I will say I'm in some more about being found the dialogue show as so a brass or say didn't come on and what I can see Muslim. Now, Santia Boy, and I'm actually,
yeah,
Aquaban so.
I don't know what I make a papa.
Yeah, there are there,
I dare say, and I'm
right. Very well.
We thank God for everything.
Bibia say ye. Now, as I say about sports, so and we are seeing a year so say fanye alcohol screening day. And none of pay me name if we didn't come say so be addicted to alcohol. Not say or non one person and I say Nejuma community ne yere ne ma etimi enya sunsun so. They were pedia kakra. Sa nkrofo no hu o masetena ya na te say.
Alcohol. My canon price.
That's right.
The reason is the alcohol ebeje nipan. You have no idea.
Right.
One kasa personally, health wise, organs nina will be affected.
Okay.
Eba uye addicted.
Right.
One there were stages of alcohol, and I say everything that you do. A do stage beer, now I addicted. As a one sa anke beer, now one beer on survive.
Right.
It said you be on almost ye budidi. We are nakao. Say one no man untumindidi.
Okay.
Now be a part of you. And a do addictive stage in and na aye bibia a hadrin.
Right.
Now and yes it says apart from health wise, it be affect your output in everything that you do.
Right.
And it takes a lot of discipline. And what you may overcome it.
Right.
There is this joker, Obi no sama, or nay in a year to home, or catch a year in the full man, a year say, or him a mucha. Mano number na ya mafro. The alcohol it to me.
Right.
It tells you say, I idea be so woman, and so you're very careful.
That's right.
And no say, Ebia, you condemn or more and no more.
That's right.
Obi or no more, you're very gentle. Me papa, no no man.
Okay.
He lived to be 92.
That's right.
Or no son no jot.
Very well.
But a banya may be now or you're very careful. But won't to me, yeah, may advise you say
yeah, right. And open my mentia VAD Ghana for Vision for Alternative Development. Or more a young crofom casadefa, the tobacco intake and alcohol control, and pay benya fortunate kakrani and normal adding come within 5 to some few minutes. Be sounds na Moses Dry Bone, unya a president the Ma Beverages and Bar Owners Association. Almost a behe almost into and I say output and I say bar association for almost so torn and crack the ma or was nana be how much no so no a bear talk a bear ball or talk and sa and was say ubi to man and I say also cast call men sorry ya number a bass and so lose client.
They are working one President Muhammad here. We got 24 hour economy, not discotheque account.
Okay.
And then you kind of clubbing. And you know, say, you been young for 24 hours there. It means production, they say, cost. Na yefa more workers. You know, President Muhammad will be happy if you keep drinking more alcohol because 24-hour economy na yejuma.
Right. Yanko share sports said that yeah. Yati said the day you obeko World Cup ni be as a one call and who has something to say?
Well, there has been this call for the day you inclusion in the Blasters team. You know, recently they were making case for that in the year. Honorable Yawampo for Ankara, the Director General National Sports Authority, based on not only arguments and the experience, the exposure, and currently, so no, or not brother, or a year Hollander, or Sinakai. Your force say he's well equipped, looking at a team, no, and more than so Obeboa team na yede nako. We did 36 years, and you know, they're a war, but comedians more great stage. You leave the stage when the applause is high.
Yes.
Yen ye kromano players and time retire. Yen ye force
right.
They know not to know when to say I've had enough. I need to move on. And I been so normal. The pride involved, the records. Oh, men are my way. Ubi no or send me that sort of thing. I know your motivation. The my players, no. But me, mumu dear. Meaning say obekobi.
Very well.
Ebi omo a coffee casino,
right.
they can bet on it, say the day will be at the World Cup. The reason being that it will be just political.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well. And at the account of for and to so quick enough for you to me and call what the dialogue show.
Yeah, okay, Blasters. Also, you need coach Agyapong. Now, Blasters coaching issue, abe bibi kese, and Oma pencil down a year, 3 coaches, Carlos Queiroz, Paulo Bento, and a year Fernando Santos. Yes, say omumu bako ebi the job no edebemano. Now, Ostati Fernando Santos, or you'll be he stands out among the coaches, pencil almost for the job. He's been with the Portuguese national team for some time at the Omoji Heroes, a guide the Omo European Championship 2016-2019, and he left his job and after some time. Now he's won 2 major titles, Omo Aji Enyina. That is the work of a year. Fernando Santos. Now, a back Carlos Queiroz, in Manchester United, remember him as an assistant to a year Alex Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson, and also a coachy Portugal, UAE, South Africa, Colombia, and Egypt. Nina no oye juma ho nti eba Africa terrain na also ewo nimde ewo ho. Paulo Bento and so omo for some surprise reason omo ye Portuguese, and maybe we're going back to the early days Don Diego de Azambuja no ba and we're going back then. History has a way of repeating itself. So there were 3 people to pick from as the coach of the national team. Talking about the day you Mr. Yampofuankra, and so I say beya and Kayam fan World Cup because of the experience. Let's see what happens. Or say everything depends on the coach, or no anybody decided as to who we pick for the World Cup squad. Legend Michael Essien also say Mohamed Kudus is one of the best players in the national team and he needs to be protected. Kudus, say he's been one of the star boys of the national team. Iprane Ade Homano. You wish him a speedy recovery. But then Mohamed Kudus, Michael Essien say, man, all the support that he needs. Said they're very encouraging because Kudus, Michael Essien believes that he will do a lot for the development of football in this country. That was the legend Michael Essien speaking. Under 17, the Black Starlets. Yes, those days, na early. By this time, Kaya show more under 17. Unfortunately, or the Egina Camara HCC. Black Starlets has been drawn in a very difficult group. Once you call World Cup under 17, no Ache EE. Say Group D alongside South Africa, Senegal, and Algeria. It's been touted as the group of death. Group D. Group A, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, Ethiopia make up Group D. Morocco and Omoye defending champions. Group B, Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, who have 2 titles, and Uganda, DR Congo. Group C, Mali, Angola, Tanzania, Mozambique. Make up the rest of the group. Tournament started from the 13th of May to 2nd of June. Rugby Union, I commend you more technical people, more impact so much on the development of rugby in the country. Yenshe Eye Aliou Cisse was the coach of Senegal, Okosaima, Libya. Aliou Cisse, I resigned from the post a year and right. It's been a wonderful adventure, a very good learning platform for him. Olympic Philadom, a war Rio de Janeiro, yedi hosted 2016 Olympic Games, and ra eja atom ama rufini nyina it's off. Na me catch yourself, offer service in the omo bo adwuma papa enti omo tumi eyema eja nedum tracks in the museum ne ade wo ho no de enema ehwa anka yenhwe eye Champions League Hendra and mixed results. Yes, for those who go to the big house, They had some wonderful time. This is it. Barcelona, 10 men, 0. Sanso and Atletico Madrid, 2. Paris Saint-Germain continue to harass English clubs, 2-0 against Liverpool. Liverpool have a long way or tall mountain to climb. And then Europa matches, Ebebaso, Bologna, and Aston Villa. Freiburg, and Celta Vigo, Porto, and Nottingham Forest. And one Europa match at Braga, and Betis, draw 1-1. Samsung Conference and so matches Ebekoso, Rayo Vallecano, and AEK Athens, Crystal Palace Fiorentina, Mainz 05, and Strasbourg, and Shakhtar Donetsk, and AZ Alkmaar. Yensha tennis. Daniel Medvedev, Henra Obriki racket. Yeah, we win 6-0, 6-0, 2 straight. In the career, this is the first time we lose such a manner. Now, it was something. A year Italian, Wakard, a year Matteo Berrettini, and Osen, Sir, our Monte Carlo, and no any result if tennis at the Ebro. Yanka Tyson Fury, boxing, Kakra. Tyson Fury, 37, this weekend, our Tottenham Stadium, Obesi Akan Emra, or name Mahmouda, or Russian, ABC Akan Saturday, also we are, or the old enemy in quotes, AJ, Anthony Joshua, or person on NEC Akan. Athletics, Diamond League was supposed to kick starts, May, unfortunately. Yenina yenim dia koso our Middle East. Therefore, Oma postponed the 19th June. And no conditional clause our honor depending on what happens. Say peace yenina ye pray for our Middle East now abebaso. So that's it for athletics. Yenhwe basketball kakra na ifi ahanom. These are the results eba ene ahomachi San Antonio Spurs score 112 points against Portland Trail Blazers, 101 points. Clippers, 110. Oklahoma City Thunder, the defending champions, 128. Phoenix Suns, 112. And Mavericks score 107 points. Way any results are a buy. Raptors any Miami meet later in the day. Wizards any Bulls, Ebeshia, Nets any Pacers, and next any Boston Celtics. And so Ebeshia Nuggets will be welcoming Grizzlies our basketball more. On that note, yeah, the dialogue show continues with Kwame Abuako.
Right, I will say I'm fast that Emma na Santia was or the Kencity Media so abreye or the dialogue show no so na in 10 terms you unko breakfast calendar no so the unko said there and the ma eko ene ya woda April bosom ne da to so enkron e wo mfimpino ene aduano ensia emu ene ka ho a ye twa na no makomako 9 days e wo the month of April emu aka 21 days and oho edima April bosumia ye wo mu na ekokanda ye twa wa afim ho na chese ye twa na no makomako 99 days e wo the year 20 2026 emu aka 266 days 266 days any day yetwa enso ewo ho ede emay sanso na wo hwe 266 days no achi no yetwa 2,376 hours ewo afi 2026 emu aka 6,384 and ewo ho edema afi na bosumi wo me bosumi a etoso enan ewo afim sanso na aka bosumi makomako enwotwe and ewo ho edema sa afi a yewumi na wotwe ewumi na wotwe toso mienu ewo April bosumi no emu na aka na wotwe miensa na ewo ho ansa na de April bosumi no so akọ na wieye na ene ayede toso nan ewo na wotwe toso mienu no emu akada kro ne sa na wotwe nso atimi akọ na wieye ne se wudu awuda yemfa kwanya we so na ye wo show a happy birthday na ye kai honorable doctor ya wosai aduchum honorable doctor ya wosai aduchum ye MP at the moment for Wobosomtwe Abato Empesha, so former minister for education and now a ranking member of the education committee at Womra Shebidrum. Ye on 9th April 1964 and the honorable ya wosai aduchum doctor enya 62 years yemfa kwanya we so na yenwohye no ene nabusu nyina. But medical no so di nkomo ene echo say ene ye dabia ye yesi ho say yemfa emodel room fa alcohol intake ho yenko screen ye ho emfa alcohol ho na asante ebo abaye na ye di nkomo akrakra e de atrewo ewo alcohol emu se wo obi ha wo ya addicted to alcohol anase alcohol no ope wanya bia ontimi ntira de ka ho a e de hunsunsanso ebrewo ewo wasetenam nye oni padua no nko aso na onya sunsunsanso na emum wadwuma yemu so eka ho bi sanso na niema ba komienu bi a wo ye wabusua na wo hwe se de niema ekono a emma untimi nhwe wankasa ho ye se na community no treat wo efa we no nyina no eye nkomo ha ye be se yedi ede emma wo na ehunu ti wo ho a ya na waka hunu se the more you take no na ede sunsanso bone na ebrewo ewo wasetena mu yebedi sankomo no so ede amausa na nso ne yewo mpanefo bi a yehwe ne muso mbeba anope wo dwumadie so na ye no mu adi enkomo afa Ghana enkomo nsem bi a ewo man mu a edikan wose timika ebema ne manso atoso yi ende yehwehwe se yebedi sankomo no enyina ede amawo meti ye yi a menya Mr. Labram Musa executive director at the Emavad Ghana nyina so ewo ha ibedi sankomo no ede ama mehwe se menya no afenso Moses Dry Bone Moses Onya dodo no anim ne say Dry Bone president at the Beverage Consumers and Bar Owners Association menom so ebedi nkomo ede afasa dwumadi we hu nyina taw na afi ya hwe nkomo ewo ho so yedi ede ama se de ka no dwumadi no very packed action almost pi okọ the nation so a obehwe a ede na ekoso ewo oman no ankasa emu enen nkomo ahodo bi ho corruptions ewo ho yede eniema ma Ghana kokwaakua for still omun sanko musika LGBTQ omompani se enhyeda nye priority ye kaka ho parliament the minority so eye ho press conference edi hu komo ahodo se ewo se omusan ko in May ewo se sa bel no omo agitum na fe omompani esan aso ade enye priority omompani be san galamse hu nsensem so ewo ho a ni nyina no edinya sankomo ye oman no nkomo a ehu hia wo se itimi edi ehu enkomo edema wo na wo so itimi ehu biti se de ye ka no sana akwakoye enedey ewo dwumadie no so ye bekọ na fe yakwakodi enkomo na yahwe se de niema ekọ so ewo sa dwumadie eso but I'm fast down for my production team nyina obi aye na famudi ama dwumadie no adrum pempen so bia wo se etimi edru edi ema wo na yehwe enche so CG ebedru ha or entertainment titibit kakra ewu so ebetimi abre ewo sa dwumadie eso na fe ne manyina so etimi akosi ne ma me nkọ na fe meni Moses Onya dodo no anim ne yesa Dry Bone emo enkomo Dry Bone president and my Beverage Consumers and Bar Owner Association of Ghana. Moses anope me mwache
ejo so
boko de
oba de adom
here the just say ene ewiase nyina yesi o se yemfa nkae na yemmode room fa alcohol ehunto achene di se alcohol screening day ede bia ti se ye yedi nkomo a na yebepese yebekan sunsuanso bia se alcohol intake eba omu a anase wode wo ho ehyemu tintan a ede ebrewo unu komu akasa ewo da bia ti se ye a wo kan se ne kyerewo mo
yo michia wahwefo ne wetiefo anopai eye me se obia betinka se bibia beverage consumers and bar owners adodo no 30 yanka Ghana Drinkers Association ebi wo kra wo twi mu no ebi nimita describe as akwarensa for nka bobu na omun shede nim ye butaye nyenti ye ti eku no ma me ma nchechi kakra wo ye ku no on se ye ka beverage consumers and bar owners of Ghana ye ku bu aye gina ho se ye be protecting the right of a consumer. The right of a consumer and say obi o ebi o wakonom na 2 bitters ana wakonom Dr. Sedu Amaga bitters na aha na pomodin na pomodin na aha no e wosanka a doctor for ye hwehwemu na wonum ehwe se nsako na wonum ye no ena ema na sa ha na na se omo hwehwemu kire se eye sa brand na ena ema na sa ha na e wo se ye steal sa brand no na make sure say when you're not why affected by the product, you be compensating.
Right.
And then one. And two, you ensure safe hygienic environment. Emma one man said one month will be over glass barco. Yeah, they are serving nipa baby. Now you're saying keeping a very hygienic. As an communicable disease you are a bit me you can not just a phone one yard. Nina so agent home san man so. After you ensure say one month and number the moon was yansing. Sabi yet Mrs. Obi as a man and no monster. Nemu, ye did ye pass as a woman one yansing no response. As I saw what my abandoning Yesica Eddie Tumpon, Eddie Ya, quite see hospitals near that. And aside that to know, ye make it say, and Saudona Eba Mountain Sono, 1 hour years sono, on Bayan on the papim. Sabaya or Winkofa Ebia being bitters and Famba Monte. Na wabada da say aphrodisiac enti yentungu so na yenom na be wieti na obiano monsano abodam obiano monsano da yi enti ye campaigns I would do ye ensure say amanfo be ye ensure say ye the sanity be beverage industry no basically any your core objectives na yes we sabe say ye wo kwan wo do bebria amanfo di ra ensanom obi ho abofra ne papa ta asoma ne say koba ne kotonsa emame odi nimusa na wakahwe na etina atwina and sanum obi so depression or how bi ontimi ne obi nsusu ne how nti or the dane and sanum kaka no the addiction obi so or emotional problem obi on broken heart na ache no na wa found the arrange na obi wi na just why addicted ana sa you obi so on your friend tankofo ne dysomania ayi obi a just what tom tinta we na die dey bia wabo I say you are alcoholic ni obi a just open san no dey we na hwe aye just adetia and san no message say we say obo na mum and san no dey obe no kakra san kwofo ni alcoholic well
right
this so many can ni one na what tom tinta a we na hwe aye just dey bia wabo asiba o na san kwofo no na more often no miki di pass anka aban any NGOs a wo do no betuma aboa amaya one more rehab centers are a bit more refine or back to the society. Ama one as I regain your more consciousness now and can abeboa. And so I am more yatum be they are soliciting for funds. But and I'm saying Yana, they don't know nothing from far as Drinkers Association myself for cool and you know on more drink now and say you call the Urama or no one says so yeah such a way say ever attractive will be on more. Ebia na ye center for alcoholic then aka obi enu obeti ase obeba amanya hu say o house enti ye best a collective effort say ye as o man no ye beboa amanya di sanity aba beverage industry especially with FDA so omo onuma bebre I was say oye ye ka world alcohol screening day no FDA e fan baby no FDA andiamboa o man no kra wo baby
right
me no ka say one product with 2 different names from 2 different with same name from different companies and manufacture and Sakuya. My friend said, you are in a 2 bitters for her. Open one are a year, Kencity for and a year, can 2 bitters. Open one said, another 2 bitters, original 2 bitters, so mountain. So I am also company for from and a year. And say, Kobana Sana, which is which, because one minute a year on marketing in from different angles.
Right.
So because one start behavior, then say, oh, yeah, affected that. That's what one and from my company. Yeah, the institution I was say, one more yet me as me line beverages a product at Eba Mountain. That means scrutinize one and it's an institution MY, which is FDA. And remember education, you say, we are just other than Sunday or and yet now just a FDA Agyapong. And such a meeting standard for consumption, yeah, from the Ghana standard, the FDA, the Obama approval. Then I said, yeah, FDA, I was all and say, oh, make it sure, say, and some don't know, I want more things, especially those with same name, but from different brands, on by your correction. Meanwhile, my member example, it is you were in Sabia, your friend Omega Bitters. You were another one, dear Dr. Siedu Omega Bitters, and they can't buy it. But you were one year original Omega Bitters. They say, yes, Omega plus one. From every different companies. Into consumer look at Konoma, only near Dr. Siedu Diano, and only near a original Omega, and only near Omega plus one. And the FDA for I should one day update me the issue and not answer Agyapong or mine.
Right.
And a collective effort to say national security. One moment when and alcohol production companies so any FDA so say beya obi a FDA on ye juma yi now what me aboma nipa on yakuna ye na juma yi because I don't think say product need be wa one month even current CEO of Food and Drugs Authority or ya where say same name but different company produce same brand.
Very well. Mamina say dry bone na maybe say who have to be the bema a kuma and then omo addicted to alcohol no ninsus and so back community at the bebro within a minute or two near fancy.
Okay. I put to me what the man say your Council of Elders one more boama yet me ma one more foot baby me no can say me testing officer koju dama ha ono so odi nsim kase bia o man kofo afutu wa ha efa omum nsanom ensanom no enye competition enti obi a otie me bia as president no uko drinking sport na obi say yanom nsa challenger me pachochu nfiri sa nipa no because akamemu eyade ayef ensa enti na yefre ne ensa we ensa ena me didi e pass ya yanom nsa organa ya na 16.7 million enti me stress Mufanya Santon. After so, Munsa, make sure, especially in some, I say, we are friends, and yet I did not much answer
right
because I did ever bought one woman. And the Uchana said, why addicted?
Right.
The part of who have your bit about check. Nay, you have when we saw a bit about because you did to and to work a kaka, one why addicted in terms of the rehab assistance. And that is your best. Team for no for say omo meet my boama boy na yatima boy one more my addicted no so you're welcome.
Right. Rabo mame na say anopay mani sobra wanya amayedin komo bi atise bibichi ya adwen so a ye ntwentwen se beto safre wo ye da sero
yo me so me da ma say
say medin komo yi Moses onya dodo no anim ni ye say dry bone ono e no ye president enema Beverages and Bar Owners Association. Now, nkomo aye die no say ene International Day of Alcohol Screening. Today per se hwe how alcohol the effect ahodo bra enipa de abrabo bra ye bono na omaye ehunu bi ene FDA for so dia ewomu no nkomo na ye di de amavad Ghana for so eyomo so kasa efa the alcohol intake efo na afesu kra no omaye alcohol control. And so you better say yensaka labra musa me ne bedi hu nkomo na fe ono so de kakra ato de Moses dry bone de amaye hu na fe wo obi a wo fi a oba onua bi nom nsa aya 24 why na ede sunsan so bone na epepre no CJ Winters wo fi ha ye no ba bidi nkomo tew anopen so medical shop say mpanifo a ye share say you know medi nkomo no aye crowd CJ akwaba
yeah media
boko de
nyame adom ena anya code no ai ena ya system
right I say ena Moses say about 600,000 members oka ho ana
abacho menya ka ho
za na da bena ba ko register
there be o de ma ye ntwen ansa
say ose nyese obedwani ku na che say wo ye bia o like obedwani ku na mo na mo bo ekuma no ho ban mo na mo kasa kire kuma no say ma omo because ose duru abato a nanka we expect senka presidential candidate ahodo no be hia wom electoral commission e be hia wom because spoiled ballot ne ho afo nyina ye omo confusion omutim kokko so ai to abaya but it's rather unfortunate say do see koto aba bia omo ye huom and so do see to aba na omusunsa so ye hunu e ho pa
I see
right emre ni ho ma me entertainment said the ho Shatawale no mo aka o say
ntine nsem ne de bebre na wo ho ntine be hwe de ya betumi aye na
right
de aka no so ya ja manyame and then so ye Thursday ntine na enwumre so no ye besisi nkonwa ebo 7:30 p.m. Ewo na television so ya enwumre 7:30 na me oba adwumadi no
very well
me mpanyimfo so de abro ntino pacho ana wo de ato o schedule so okay aha na motwe no monchole ibiaji CJ Winters abrewana na Virgin Jimmy whether you like it or yes etamreku me entertainment haji na ensem ne de bebre na ekukokoko so but you know however it is no ye behwe se de amekan no na ye de wo se wotin no enso e de abro na ne edi kan no ochiame kwame na sabri no o che Stone Boy and Afe Shatawale omo feed ya omo way the rivalry between Shatawale and a Stone Boy and now I say ochina say and now say you know and you're healthy I think so you're very unnecessary because obedrin say oh omo we yes and to kwane ne and na mempene na idea ma social media na eso pa
right
na obo say no obi a kabina be bia sogon no obi ani age Stone Boy fans kabina Shatawale fans again but bibi a how adwen
right
in the sense that say bia na company bi what per say bi almost signing more for some big deal bi no nyema nyina na ye bibi a emwa because onu say no why are very consistent for so many years in the industry ain't no so be person ohwe na nipa na behwe say ohia me kwa me kra no so you obi a since ohwe ni nwum to ase kra no oni obi enya asa beef bia ye oni obi anko ntokwa bia ye say brand bi de ne ho kobo na onim say ode ne ho kobo no for good
that's right
but ene way ochina say na way anyway wo beef no even though say a showbiz day na move don sometimes na omunya ntobo ase na omomani ama embra form na ehu hia ehu sheda hia bia na akwabo nso asemo no so dia babetumu eni se Ghana ha no mo de system na pempi na mu anipa kra Ghana ha system no emu anipa kra especially when it comes to the music industry also ko be beat say amanone a obi wo hono ma obonyum osanso chiro onyom ni nyina no odisika ewo make us odisika you have to understand as sika probably they make a lot of money from it you got it but so bagana ha say ya enti sa na nyom na wo bone kra na he kra na wunya wo mu a wobedi
that's right
ahe na wunya wo mu a wudi na dia wo chiro obi wo hono mu a na bia no so ye wo fellow artist na waka chiro say bia nyom bi trauma na se boa no ana wo di na to wonyom so a untumi in charge na he bia say e code bia e wo enyom tu no mo eti anya dia obetumi ayere so ahe bia but e bibia e bia na obi nso ne de na no se ono so obetro enyom because enim say akwabo aye obi a when it comes to writing of songs he is very good at it he is very very good at it say akwadi obi say akwadi onjo onyo mebrebe man ye enti ni say anka o de enunguto kwa na ye na adwuma kra anka akwabo anka na nkonye ni paketo
right
but o say say ne say system no enko yie ni nti no enema binom wo ho no mo a emwa kra na chese no so na Kimpaluta ena Sabrino or blaste boom play. So I'm take you for granted. Don't say many times no you call those digital platforms no so you know whoever goes there to stream no not just when you kakra wabi or so. But many times na akwakoye to say wakwakoto airtime or network be neso no. Just say 0.0 right. Ebe stream unyo ma ebe ba na just say 0.0000000.1 and now on Saka. Right. Like enya ade a omo any big benefits bia. Into omo hwe mu pa dia na just say a platform be to say boom play no. Right. Take you omo for grand I mean the enyom tofo na omo de omo nyom koto no mo no. They are really taking them for granted that it shouldn't be so because they put so much into their crafts. And they also expect that when it comes out, it should be not like what we are seeing now. Very well. Lastly, let me end with Agyapong polo. Polo, from me sexy polo or as it Sisi Aneja. Yakako yeninja na yentene nkabium no. Right. Yenyi na yenim how Agyapong polo arise. With the nudity and all that crime and now mukra mokoda and someone koda prison because of nudity and then they were no man and you no aba says see no wasakra krana they say no ye hajia and ti wo hwe screen so now to say and idea say see o hye come na you know chire obia se wutu anamon bi sa na eboa papa na se sia na o sesa ne code no when I say code you know what I mean ha sia na wasesa ne ye ne inside shame ne ma bi a wa ye no aboa ne pa so obia one obu aba ne ho obi ehu no obu na fei ye corporate business owners ni na no etumi friend no e ma ne contract e ma ne ye. Which are those times? No, there is no way those people would have called on her. Say, on baby, Sabasi, see a naija, or see ne ho kama now on your being called kwane said your wire and who reserved that obuni hono. Abwane panty as nipa dear or so ubu very well. Send ye be na avo from so to me ebu. Right. Na Commodore me pacho my take a second of your time. And they made Chibane birthday. Right. Rubina. And they Rubina birthday. So happy blessed birthday. Right. And confirm Rubina. Right. Kencity and Yakupon Shao the only person I shared my mom's womb with. Very well. I love you so much and keep being the amazing person you are. Right. So what's your Catholic priest to be paying? Catholic priest. Roman so for where she be paying. Yeah. Right. Many times. We be born paya montia na watching. Oh, that. I said the right corner man be at a Catholic priest. He's a Reverend Father Michael Komna Akon. Okay. It's me saying buko toja. Oh, they kono ho. Okay. Nanka mi buko toja wa have to koda. Ya tinesa wa mesuna. Say ya mi here sika. Right. And your hair sika de beba. Ebeba. Right, I will say my me see a bana ye fe ba be din komo na me ko na me ne Labran Musa emon komo Labran Musa ye executive director executive director of programs at the Mavad Ghana. They are into tobacco control and alcohol control. Where am I more channel pay? Labran Pachoti me come and watch you. Right. And I'll be on Pombo Cordier. Very well. Yes, that's papa son of Pewenya bre now needing komo kakrakter ewo komo any botaya esi any so say and then you are saying you say yemfa any alcohol screening day. Ye bisa say alcohol effect a day eba no ya na a totally cut down to what extent what aroma.
That's what me kunye and message here when you with for na. So you can alcohol make us say drink beer nipa ya unuma ya tema yari another idea how ebre nipa da se no but enye nipa enye wo kwana ya edisa how no emawo affect one kasa unipedia bia in fact almost every part of the human body sometimes it's affected the onum alcohol and it's affect one kasa wo nuclear family just say wo umba I mean like umba any wife any family and extend the community uchi in fact the community uchi munakata it's affecting the society no and a large in affecting the the economy just the country at large now and the important is this so sure say ba nipa da seni like wa upumudimu ase uyo bi otanum alcohol so sure Ghana ha dodo no a se ko hospital yare a edi nkofo nya pa dodo no a afi alcohol right me try say bi say cancer diabetes hypertension and also heart disease actually which no so ko hospital this year yare a I mean doctors just say many problems pa and dodo no a afi alcohol intake
very well
now so say they affect I mean like family no HSS you be maybe the breadwinner of the family and I say oba o family no and I say one show yes unya sanya ro maboyi say cancer diabetes hypertension that one so yeah ni treatment no yeah no go edin
right
and you be na obetumi say scanner or the back question ayarita and then also things to us happens no one yet no one time yet into social be so kita said I mean 5 CDs are what me call blue kiosk what me nya insa no bo in fact insa what spirit sometimes you baby sa if almost me see concussion baby money pa no ma in fact money pa nya problems into cost no anything
right
but the cost of treatment no no boy dey pa into a man ko fu bebre eta ko asamando at a very early age in this obosha una we say gone too soon do no every insan and I say behavior ana enter enye papa and family pa adesani so it's affecting one kasa unkora or confidence level obon say I mean papa obi a onu sandi bia na otobo temu na say na okata basa because of alcohol e man kana kasa no omunya sa confidence and fan konkofo mu ndu bon say nkora bebria sometimes omunya sa confidence omunya sa boldness even in school no tutu no every parents am say attitude omafa edia edia ma omohom eno a che say central city call to the sense nkura school fees mu homework mu ye duani di mu nina eya equate because of the use of excessive alcohol
right
and etaso ema awareja ye bebre so eba because bon say obema wo ho na say odie insana onuma ema relationship akasa na ntumi ko yie de bia na edi how bebre edi ba family no mu nti meka say relationship bebre a breaki e wo Ghana any name bebre across the globe no
right
also every alcohol intake
very
and
well
also at the domestic violence eba obon say most yet reports e wo radio so e wo TV so say obi akọ obi edi second atwa whether say ni ba and say ni wife and say obadi I mean on as obadi ni kunu na say ni kura dia fa enyime bia ehu hie mu like maybe say wabo no na say odi second atwa na say odi obi awon no dodo no a say okọ police station make catch us say dodo no a every friend say alcohol and alcohol abuse into just say alcohol there edi so bebre edi ma nipa da seni
right
and so you be so a onu ma ko bebre yeah wa obejuma mu a wo say staff no na say nkofo no onu mu ejuma no relationship yeah enter any papa sa and I say it leads to a person sacking of somebody from workplace, you know. So in fact I was also play one kasa with family, with society, the economy, the country as a whole.
Mr. Ram, me do see na me bisa say is this scientifically proven bo how so Dr. Kra say ya enya alcohol ya nipadua mu set saa send was enya no nante saa nso a afuto be na ho a minute or two ne mfansi.
In fact, that's a doctor akase alcohol, but in fact, I don't know. It is not scientifically proven. Me say me who doctor be catch me say o yare konom alcohol. When you don't better catch me say maybe you hear alcohol. Ewo unipedua mu. That's all here alcohol as so you endure. Doctor be prescribe ma wa say onnom a be ma wa call level across because in fact nipa that's need here we hear bibia in moderation. But in me akasa ma advocate say say doctor bet me akasa nipa ennom akol and their onim we dey go hospital na doctor ensure we nipadua mu oyu a no on prescribe say okay alcohol we hear maybe three cups of alcohol in a day, 2 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon,
That's right.
1 in the night, and we are making progress. But nipa that's near kasa also on alcohol, no. On one kasa alcohol kasa okay fine. Doctor say mean alcohol. In fact, and no cry but yes, doctor kasa no alcohol. Doctor na kasa ni say alcohol so boni e di money pa that's ni. Inti at best the best more prescription. No kasa dey fine. Koto edro way and as a koto edro way on the do way a bit boosting maybe or call level because nyankopon ankasa any nyansemo onim all boy in Jania yedide bia no or the bibia asemu maybe to say okoto benku say a benku or alcohol wo mu okoto fufu or little of alcohol mu can imagine say nipa the same koto benku na say kinki already know a ferment here alcohol baby the woman. Oh, you are now what's a alcohol now. What's on the back home? In fact, you are disturbing the human body and your phone at their mouth.
Me that say. Is around my na say no pay na me cast me so. Every be so I be sure that transfer na ye din komo akwani mu ha. Me that say pa.
Ye that say kwenye man.
Ni pa what say me no e din komo yoro Labram Musa, we executive director of programs at the Mavard Ghana. A vision for alternative development and meneno edi and komo na ye share and niema bi a alcohol and sanom betime e de abreye na ye wiase dan na ye yesu o se yemfa screen ye ho e won sanom mu se enya anka me ye sure se wiase nyina beji atum se yenye enu ti bra wo fie se obi a na wa ya hweye e wo ho e de amano ye ba be di nkomo e wo fidue mu nipa me ne di nkomo yi e Reverend Father Michael Kobna Akonkwaku, where Director for Governance, Justice and Peace at the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, and Oye Catholic Chaplain at the Parliament. You begin komo, the best I said the free faith near the red development emu. Say, we share the majority of Ghanaians. It's either they are Muslims or they are Catholics. Kitu abi na obi hu so me traditionalist, but eno kra no ye hye dem hu say omutiki positions be or my mu. Yes, still we are lacking in development. Adena ya na basa. Ibidi sa nkomo ne nyina ede amo. Aban wo so no de na wo ya ekoyi a asofo betimi aka. De na wo ya enyi a asofo betimi aka. They all have a share in the development. Ibidi enkomo. Reverend Akwaba.
Yeah.
Ba choboko de.
Oya.
I don't pay ya da asini ni sobre a wanya de amaye se ye ni nkomo. Last week or two ye di nkomo fa yeso mane hunu who said the Easter celebration. They can say Catholic for Methodist for near dance so for minimum who eshemwa impact was so. Yakodia we aba a routine, Yakoba near Bebobra, Yakoba near Bebobra, so you he a woman. Ya never say after the celebration, impact else in Kenya when you pass on their development in you a day.
I think the you or a composite of
a lot of things.
Okay.
Or ni jezi or nankasa ne ideologies or biankasa so the particular attractions. Inti nzama bebre na o ye nipa da sanyin.
Right.
Inti ebia amete on one hand of course me suffer. Me suffer juma.
Right.
On another hand friend then me obininua.
Okay.
Me obininyanko.
Very well.
Inti them in the manzame variables need na no often then or contribute to make my medren another make my mobile. Inti sadly wo yen many me ebia ajefu one ma one ho kwan ma ehoni jedzinu onye the dominant decider wo wana brabom inti ebia wa kwacha prabaze nanso okay edwuma ma wo ni tirim enye efren ne jedzin na odine kan
Right.
ebia onankasa ni personal interest yanku bia opedo obuan enwa inti ebia ebrede ajezifo de Christian fo ana de ye traditional religion ana de efren Muslim fo de ebisa de ye jedzin ankasa has it become a dominant if you want the dominant factor in your decision and your choices are
Okay.
usanda say ye jedzinu ye jizi de ofi razi ho no so ye makwan ma nukwer mara ozi enyim kan wo yene nzi yene kase na bibie ma Ghana besachel.
Right.
But ebia yene angasa yene interest na yene adwendwen na yanse ye focus na some other things na o take yene allegiance ebia onye yene faith na I think the problem no.
Right. Right. It is a kobana sa na bia obi sorry okwa sorry because we mpanifo a obehene na yede ne court obehene yede no yeyi no ye omunyina ye agidifo ana asa sorryfo na corruption irewura mu asori no impact bi ana not Catholic per se but all the Christendom no emi o se nipa we praise bi ni nipa we Catholic na nipa we Methodist ni ba de wakoye nti no asori no e distance ne ho a share enya as deterrent in fama ebinom in terms of say ye pre-development among mine.
Deterrence is a very important concept. I'm make the yen charge in the day. Yeni jezi is onye just worship. Onye sun keke.
Right.
Or your formation. Or ya addition or chere often issue or perception or one kasa one understanding of the world in reality another braban kono o twade oko inti ebia mberu de yebisa yen ho hona yen na yedi ban no e wa assume de yen nkyerɛkyerɛ a ana onye ntete a yedi ma yen asɔre man no kwemaran oko deep down or is it life changing no kwema because yanya dem a ebia ibefeel do ya kwaso ya kobompai obi anenyu age ya apon ntinanyen no jezi nye just a feel good trip,
right?
Jezi a call to change total understanding of the human person. Inwa it's a if when baptist of catch in the Jesus obey onu fisur obey ama ihe no so yetum efiase abede nyankopon so onu ntina wo Jesus min efenen bring back the divinity and humanity are married together. Nti nyankopon oma ye wosum ama yetum efiye ni nipesu a wa hwe asenim akonyamisu a ofenen okronim nti ebia embedu de yebisa ye no ho asoraso na Jesus na de beyond worshiping yen formation of people's consciences nipa na adwen nipa na akoma oteden
right
yen ma yeboko chapo yakobo nsem ato collection nanso na nipa ansakrai
very well
inti ma bring the way do then make the na menye card na taxi yen nam nansi mu na o introduce me chibido am na me chaplain to parliament bakuna smoke and no afana ejuma yo nam se nya parliament funguti nya parliament funguti yen na obia ejuma ye nti ebia ode jezinu we must begin to go beyond worship, which is important, which is the core but ode be saying there is the faith transforming enough
okay onu
no fin chere onu fin tete
very well abusi afei na wachi mo fidie e de ato netu television na pani a wote semene no edin komo ye Reverend Father Michael Kobna Akonkweko or ye Director of Governance and a Director of Governance the Justice and Peace rather and so eka ho na Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference and I mean no AD and komo or sounds a chaplain at the Parliament na komo aye die ne far from faith because faith no ni gidie ne boama development etime basa says we will be now kwa sorry be okra be kom no kita position but ye do man ni bibi hye won sa na ye totre basa adentia gidie no ene kwan ye fa so de kire yen ene nkoso yi ntina ye hu ne sa no ya ko Yesu amane hu which is Easter ye ko na no ya baaye obeti ye se Roma fo makokun Yesu awie aya amotibi
enyo yeti mra Yesu no ya de for what to you was defending a press before from when you know but as in you there Paul Bakashen also say Jesus win one sorry
okay
enka wonyi pa hinem Christian fo hene ye mobile pa
right
inti si yaka na chede Easter is the make or break of Christianity
right
inti say yidi fun then a Holy Thursday Good Friday na ye fun Easter na chede yidi hina fit did that chinchene pa senka oyaza ye fan serious inka onyi de yedi Easter wie na ya brabo the same
all right
but sadly wabe afasha yedi ebia yem ma ho kwan ma Easter nankasa on transforming him
okay
ehwa because say ye nsempanu ma embra Jesus also refi ewufuma Mary Magdalene okotonen Mary Magdalene ononyim Jesus but somehow because Jesus was in his glorified body until when
okay
it means that say Easter different serious Eradi is able to transform us beyond often man kofunyim hen de bia e bia yembo it should change the other BBC
very well
inti say the man insist na ya na bia yemma ho kwan ma Easter no on take the required
I decided I say I'm for him na ye ne afam
asam na yin
Father yemra ye di faith hu komo kakra ye nyina so die yemra the governance aspect eno be ma obi anya ensunsan so anase bibi kakra nke se obobra aban ko aban bi wo ho a oba hu se the policies and programs or the ba eko Catholic Bishop Conference mu wo bi wo ha bibi ni amoba bonten ebeka from the abaya wabasui na monto bi policies and programs bi ya dia e transform your mind and I say edru ba bi e wo say ade we di wo ye ni senya enka bebo amodum ani hu ne ma bi etesa
well it's a very important question Usande sebi enye a bishop senkotin na a money oya hwanza another workasa otwa there would say Usande e man yetimi na yeza one awodi ba no wa banam bedmi na obia woni chefa otwade oye mma man no konanyim
right
na wona ya to aba eyi hwanan wona hon wona asudze oso
very well
osande ye wo sentimi nta ye de to aba eyi mpanyimfo osande nyo biara na ebia wo bonde ombedi ban no
right
na sabi nyo biara so na odi no ho esi wo de want to aba man
right
inti say a man wa say ember wa say processes wa say bian ozeyi banodifa na ochede a man hwehwe bibi efi wonchen aza awosi dey botuma ye eza asomo man ma o man aye onu nti na bishops Catholic Bishops Conference na onye mpanyinfu biara anade tememfu biara o man no hu hia honen otwa de wo gbe hu nanwa
right
no wo hweza orokodo na za o try to what can what the tintin aban ye za ye hweba ye wo be kan inti in that spirit no ye hwe another ye measure bishops one concerns another in komo biara wonya abanidi inti in fact embra mampanyin Mahama what to abaman mo be the wo ye was when in one chair biara na bishops was the delegation Kishian.
Okay.
Woko bona about the ways in kunyim na was it so nemu nsembi wode to nenyim.
Right.
Nti yene sikasem yene abrabo Gana timanfu yanksan hena adwene yede nam enwa ni hnara na onye se epia yene mpuntu ho asem nti ebi wo ho a you feel that aban why adze ya bo na abado mbra cd no okwanyim kakra ye bo na abado fana then mbra you feel that na economy no generally no oye kakra ye bo ho abado now so odu baby so you feel that enkomo bi ho or dey yenyo dina iti samba
very well
nti mbra koko asem be bishops no what try what say even so about from
3,600 to 2,500 something
right my friend then you know be cover them hama odi yaka nti wa be friend aza into man rankasa nim puntu na ne kan ko ohia bishops no but onye sikasam nkoten na ohaw oman
very well
bronyi beka de hen morals so kan osande obrapa ja orakwan.
That's right.
Inti na questions like LGBTQ oba osande ni nara ekahu it's a holistic understanding of the human person. Say if a various civilizations are waba no work dudwara oba wo hwe asen military nyema ka ho na dina but in the end or one morals
right
inti say yen man etim yen morals yan hwenie ya ozinama no onye kowie be onye kowie inti bishops kasa wakasa fasikasam ho wakasa fa yenankasa yen abrabo na ibia ho inti fasikasam nko ya beka
right
okoye ya babo na abawdo yen morals onkoye ya ode yakasa
very well
okoye so a ode ebo yen abawdo nti ho na yegina
right obeka ya there specifically aban no eye to say kuku dia ote so specifically bishop can send a tra aban no ewo saa ente so a wate and na osanso na ede ne communicators enam kuku akuafo mu say ente so no kra ye chance now what 3,600 because more from that kind of name in human terms we get 3,600 now back chance what is about 2,500 a year many now say oh can be actually
I'm the friend then the massive bishops bishops no tro what tro one some kede them friend and the argument na on top aso mahen say azin ne dato yes I mean no kwano ekope sad ne dato say ebia yezin komo for values the value of nyama ho on ye but I didn't that
right
inti na you feel the say the mabon one ekuafo no na o feel the one bottom oye kakra esinsi a eritim nkado na me de generally in zama was san kakra nti or the oji da what do no on the event then na yenye aban enye adwen wo ho kokofu enwo se yenuanum efe na koko ekuafo no wo bre o wo bre inti dem komo ye za odi yezin ye am mi fimpa no mi fiedna nanso efe na so fuzima atuduma nyima ananto kakra yakọ yenuanum a wo ye kuafo wo bre pa osande yen level of technology or for ondu bronyini inti for the manual work no wom
yes
inti wo ye dwuma out dem na ekiri sikasam no okay dem a oyare ho
right
onu tilebu ha for den nukoko ohwa koko wa ya onye sikanti wo kade galamsef wo beja no akoton ko say inti bia we have to incentivize yenyanuma wo yekua no nti say nkomo no ankon ni edam na fi ye beka do yi wa to do zina no yes ne kan na onu ne ze sabi ode ye kone bebi o
we kura na yes ya te so no with what this question na if koko nsemu a asat na wo munya sika enti wo beka tra ban se mpo what so a e wo se mo pay sika de to akuafo ka
I'm not no quite bring back the truth is one's
right.
Or just only one because when you see the truth limping it's a lie. Say I don't know we question that say ekuafo no want to be a woman onkoye ya onkoye
okay
ene ye kada inti ana bekada yen aso mpanyi bishop si wa tro there hene nyan ekuafo one to be a woman ohia improvement
right.
Rather than any form of discouragement
very well
inti yan hwe na yenyu no nzi ni ye
but that's yakasa oka kuafo a galamsey nti ombeton galamsey issue affect yen LGBTQ obo ho bra mampani ka say enye ne priority no as so for you per se name put the bishops now odo oka omo ho no eti nkomo bi say omo di me na eti say bra mo ne papa ya ko hia di nkomo bi a eti sa
okay the mon nkomo yenyina ezi ho nkomo a chair but yeah okay so I'm one of the obviously me you know I'm because I'm a lawyer because I want to be clear but yeah. Okay so when you see where it's there on your priority
okay
us there is not the most important but of course extra man
right
into yan can assemblies more kind
very well
na yan kada nin chechem nin koyi that part na sa when you see priority but more can when try
okay
into say if Ghana the mon komo oyen komo a odan kofo akomado sebi hena mamre engine tum hena jezi engine tum
okay
se yamamre engine tum na yejezi engine tum a na oyaza ni hu hian
right
inti yenyim de sikasem ohiahen yenyim de izibansem hiahen na de masem su hiahen enwa de masem su hiahen
okay
inti nkomo yenyini di na ohye hembo de obeyen omian enwa na onye osande yenyim de in parliament asem no ugudu nkomo ugudu a wozi inti honorankasa mbra Lincoln University wo withdraw ni honorary award bishops were throwy wo shenin kran
okay
you supporting union more Assemblies of God ye share a friend ba no different na nkran de wonzi dwuma biara o twa de wodi amadam LGBTQ asemi ya so anu kra inti nyamesi anka no kra imda yete no hen na kakra de yes it might not be often a matter of the economics and but oyazo ohia hen
okay
inti mpacha de ohia hen inti yenyim the right honorable speaker of parliament odama fund a committee that one ye inti me kind of one hwe na one ye
very well
mema yen delay mema yen twintwan yen naze anada yen sesa yen nkomon yen hwe ne yen ohia hen
very well very well abusia enche na me ne reverend nkomo asia mebisa se aban enema omo ye mo de motibi be say good board na we alcohol we afaha aban koma contract esusu sources single source ni nyina motibi general mo de money from a aban no 1 year a waba bedia na 1.5 a wo koyi ahotoso wo man mu in terms of yisikasem ye spend yisikasem efa ahotoso wo mu amuhu bi
them asim be say or both technical but also often and then emotional emotional perceptive usande obekade okay hen and the oman you're both macro and micro economies.
Economy, that's right.
And depending on baby obire share bekado okay e wa kwanyim kakra nanso bekado okay yanti wo hene botom,
right.
obo ho a ebia obo ho a okod onyama kodo okofu botom, but ono de botom de onkom
fele
inti me kan de baby wo ho a aban wa bomozen baby so ho a otwa de obomozen
me anhwe ni two no baby wo ho a aban abomode baby wo ho a omode ye wo bibi aban na ye apart from the kind say city ne so ba ye mo bom abaso inflation ti ba ye mo bom abaso ene petrol start to kosoro de na ba ye modern mo a Ghana fo hunu say de we de pani abomode de na wonye ye otimi say we de omo on ho modern ho ba ko mienu.
I'm the back on put ya can do be market fan so the city nankasa ne relations with other major currencies say you managing here or your advantage to the country into onya they be trivialized it's of significance me nyankofobia often at some point because of the city's strength not to the dollar and into one color okotai onyan into why be bad to the cocoa semi or yaza you feel the ne management onboa hine kwafo into abanon hwe na onye
very well.
Bishops no yan common is not to the ye blame a banana ye hwe ma onkodo ye ni aka chodo okay yi onko ye into hwe na ye say fun then a fuel summer work at this or son so and there because of the global trends of things na zawobutuma no warrior fine one yentin the bon common yankedo kid or em brother na ye fem enwa because emresesa so or the fem na e come paper ma fine but say ebia fun then decisions be na yen taking to or onkoye ya yensa it's not fault finding,
right?
On your fault finding is basically to do an appraisal of a man nanksa based Morocco ne akade a man penyin na wodom why ya kakra ya bo about onkoye we today galamsey semi galamsey ya sha okay what's so 9 months na this na nanso kwa na oroko so inti ono so ye catch aban me wenwa so far 9 months abaz nanso yensu na say it's been say inti onkoye
inti mudi muhwe mu a what are some of the policies and programs be announce steps be a wasan kaban eputu eye effort aye din a nkebetimi etu ase operation galam stop by operation hot by ni nyina sojafo ne panifo na wom omokwa beti yesisika na omakwaje no masamba 9 months die so aba still echo enti what must we do?
I think a few years back, about two or 3 years back, there was a group, they were trying to bring something to the UN about an ecocide law.
Okay.
Say onu okuwie UN, where I used to work a bit and son, in Kabia, yebeye able to misuse various governments, because abani biara so ye MPP so ye NDC wo asudi de wo bo timanfuno wo ho ban,
right?
You asudi de bo ho ban inti say afena galamsey or ye threat not only economically but in terms of security,
right?
Me nyureka say orange bishops no o makoye friend then a research be on the strategic peace building around Galamsey.
Right.
The Mexica friend ye boka ye kibit ma bibi foforo. Inti ebia here me kan da abana baban ko ebia mo here is the courage of the convictions of various governments.
Right.
If you want some level of political to be adi yen a friend then party members have been working home in Kofa warrior because obi akado campings one anom yenye kofin na ti krom ha.
That's right.
Nti osida na ye booking fees but ye hu biara.
Right.
Inwa nti me kind yes raban. Before this election see ye see krom ye friend ye bon pay ye kire. Abani be ya tro friend several times ye so ye share manpanyin individually but also as group with a faith-based and civil society organization ye be dun komo nti adeno asam na nye yen sure say yen environmentally say nti onye aza betume ya kede o ye di ho agro nti me kan de yenura president na hon biara wo di ban no let us show some level of conviction and courage of our convictions that then ye pede ye na yenye wo end ma sebe hiankasa na ye kunya ho because say ye say hen environment na any fan ye kwani aka development
sir. Right. I was saying to me, see what Jumadi so na maybe sa be a last question I did AC ne say what she say and I say GDA amount for war yen politicians one way do mo call say you koto abade you mo ye sha say ye kan ye I say enhye dani ho e de biem ne betimi aye e de aboa masa GDA no atimi aba na afi yetimi aboa pills building e wo man mu na enkofa ahobia because betom rebi wo be kai there was an MP or call campaign na oba say akromfo hia no say amukwa na mudi sika etwen tu na pawo obo no ekun no ene onti hobim de na be ya masa peace ene kwa be fa so ama omanmu akoso de na say ye
okay azin de when you make the leadership of a country is usually a microcosmic representation of the people themselves.
Okay.
We send a band of different with its manfunum. Inti say ye pede yen band of different was a when it's manfunasians and abrabo.
Okay.
We send in Kofu by an inchen and now overcado yen to Abama one. Na yanka say ye na ye kedo ye befa the best we see another party. Inti sebi a won fi suru bebi no be wo fi yemu
right
inti o try there timemfuna nkasa inwa the national psyche needs healing inwa o de yen nkasa sen na adwen ya sen na adwen na ye botu me demand from young leaders a certain level of excellence and sacrifice
right
na sebi papayara awreka de mema ombodem brema ombodem bre azibechin na ofan enyu webusuafo wosi na abua no
right
sika no sebi okafa na wohin sisa say MP wotua na hin nti say anapa enyu webusuafo na ofan wekesi ho de okaji sika wo eyi biara pede obetua sika se worry outdoor na odo ba sebi okafa sika na wohin
right
inti ode yes sadem social contract and
very well
say you answer them social contract na on be feel okay say before election no ma mo when simple maybe maybe Mr. Beka inti yes san na adwene yes them contract say if it's menfunu ya na afem za then you to demand from leaders in there yen tetu na ade awuka de eba ABOC yema hen
very well
inti man ye friend there should be a general healing of your psyche and your conscience.
Right.
Ono no obeja hen ma yana brabo yana wasesa amanya no so yetuma ka champion fun de enye na yenyu agree on nti dem asesa wa brabo.
Very well. Yeti ha ya yeti omamu no ye wo national threat be to our peace modumoni ahu bibi etisa.
Oh well me assure that as for the threat to yen peace the onya azokrope
okay
onya azokrope even galamse sima yere kenyara or security implications
okay
often yen porous borders or level of fun and then unemployment or say a sense of fun and apathy or ansana the possibility of the threat of violent extremism on your borders. Inti onye krope odoso inti otwade timenfu na onye mpanyimfu na wodi emba no yebo hinenwa na yetu hanamon.
Very well.
Efen minyim de yen bishops, for instance, will collaborate with the Abemofo, not least the Secretariat for National Security. Kakribia often an ason but my with ne aspects Kakribia yibotum ya abua yitum ya bua, because for instance you were so far wabua with the fun adventure or san as a way to help with even the framework of national security and even policing as na nti aso no obua through ni experts often bishops wo shia mpanyimfo nyuon kasa nti me kan de timenfo no nye mpanyimfo a yeyi honen won ba ehunenwa na wontu hana mon.
Very well. Very well. Yedi si e wo dwumadi eso father obi si bisa say mo akonya se kwaye politician na obeye.
me suya friend politics, but me politician. One of my other mission I friend in international politics. Okay. Me specialize in diplomacy and foreign policy.
Very well.
But well, say in politicians.
Okay.
Mamiri so or politics, but on your partisan politics.
Okay.
You know, the boy a man, but not me partisan politics, but me now or politics. Your boy my body politics no way to point.
The question basically is about mabuna rap politics muna onihwe obeba no kitaka we sit down the kakantama obi ani brese wa kwaye politics wa ye babunu na nka obeprim puntu odi aba no no akwa ama sisika fo ne ho ntina na obi sa se obeye
mamre kan ye de tina me kan say ye ntimanfu ye na adwene sesa ye na akoma sesa wona obokode wo kids banon. Okay, in China for instance and on Japan so abani you be the on kids ban baby na na busanfu suro.
Oh really?
Yes, because say equal na say kids sika juma wo di bedu no into obiara so the level of accountability in one the level of accountability you know into men baby bi an ngwan nko.
Very well.
Ono na obe produce a certain caliber of future leaders. Inti yense sanyana adwen.
Right.
I mean they be make goodwill or ye, but I prefer accountability.
Very well. Abuja made nkomo no asi na yenu say enye ne nkwa na ebenya papa yi na enne di nkomo ebenya reverend as when I break ekwenu we call on na bibi be buy was say itimi di nkomo eno nti ene yemfa nkomo no ensi ha ya build a good rapport with father and nkomo ye di no so ekofom pa mede duma de na isi father final message a minute or two afutu mabunu asori ne manu nyina
maka she menuanom bebun no onye Ghana footman na de nyankopon wa sebe wa mayen kefi eman biarem de Ghana.
Okay.
Inti otwade ye obia ebono mbone ma Ghana yeye. Osan oyeye aye na yeza. Osa aye na yeza. Ihe na ye wo jezinu asema kan de say yambo yembre date memfo a ye do heaven as yes ye gizi de atembu ho a nyankopon bo bisan just only how ye bompa ya na yambompa bo bisan how yen abrabo as citizens or contributed to either the growth or the collapse of Ghana.
Right.
Into one ma yen religion ongo just be offending over the skin level.
Right.
Although a deep, our religion must transform our way of thinking. Yen nyamesum although some kona ya fado ya dwen na ye dijuma ama so bi hu hia na we hu de iyi onam do ye Christian ana do ye Muslim ni ana traditional onam de ni jezin wedzin mu nti na braba asesa.
Right.
A Christian for what ba ashas no what she best mo bo brand wa Antioch what she brand was the inum we Christian for enter osana na wana abrabo no onye asem na worka no onye ne yepe.
Very well. Very well. Reverend Father Michael Kobna Akon Kweku ena meneno edi enkomo oye Director for Governance, Justice and Peace ewo Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference ena oye Catholic Chaplain to parliament and I'm no edin komo and then aropay and the dialogue show net to television so me dan me ho aba me ba abedwafo ba me asin konwa amanyosem de mu odin and ye ba be me da sim basia. Obviously, I'm someone who be able to the dialogue show so I want to television a brass so say yes I didn't come out at the Emma one because say you tell us say ya a somewhere de Ghana and punto beba a somewhere ye ko yenim e wo no akwada apani ana oba bema benya hotoso se ote oman ni mu ni nyina no ye amanyosem policies and programs a yedigu akwan so e ma obi nya hotoso e wo mu obi buy or the free senior high school buy obi buy or the health insurance buy obi buy or the 24-hour economy ba obi buy or the intisani money nyina no ye de mo man puntu about how do we implement it am I be ye or minor dia e puntu eno ye tena sese ya need dim koma hodo e de amaropay me o mira Paul Ademu Poku or ye first vice chair e de madome kwabenya abato mpesua eso de ma NPP amanyoku no menene ba be din komo ebreba mu so amenya Sandra Dorsey ewa ahomaso na menene din komo or ye speech pathologist we say abo ha kwada na ontimi nkasa na eya wofo no nwanwa bo ha nkom se ne timi ba ho se akwada yi obi a odi be 5 years obekasa yenya no ebi a odi be 10 years obekasa mpa sa time ne bedru na akwala ne timi kasa ebo ho so a onkasa bia biem but ni nyina no owo mu experience a adenti na ye basa de nyina se o di dwumasuru bi ewo atifi famu bia no ba bi te bese ne di sa nkomo na ebisa sa den na aya eba na sa na fi yenya bi so kakra na ye ti ase ntu ye owofo na wakwada bi na onkasa enfa na wose ye de ne fa de na wose yetimi ye no na wose yetimi ye we ni de ema nkomo bi ye di ne sa no edi mu na ejina na so ba do fidie mu hade de medika aka se me ne mi rapport Ademu Poku ewa ha papa akwaba
enia
boko de
adom
yede jase enya mu sei na ene mu di nkomo na hotoso abaisan kwan the degree at which you di nkomo nyempo watwa but you ukasem no said it MPP will be na cause na say wajo matade na will be different from the
oh there be on say yura boache jakone kan I say whether my party is right or wrong you see MPP sebi nka wuyi moja enam me hona mu dia nka the next thing enam no MPP party
right
enti no na sebi se obi hu tono na wo kire se wadamfo a na se okọ ahohiahiem na wo ye no suesuye a na wo nya adamfo pa
right
so what you say and to say mama your opposition no this is the time I should let people know that this is a party I belong to. This is a party I cherish.
Okay.
And this is the party I am ready to work hard for it to retain power, come back to power. Because Ghana is our motherland. So, now, what the MPP Amayoko, edito NDC Amayoko man. Sebi ye started kabi mamin kabi. Ewo Ghana have fourth republic.
Right.
Now you fa policy by policy. Obi abetima kire policies are MPP.
Edi aba.
Aban emre so eba ya Ghana ni bia nya ho faso. Na menyi ni se NDC betima kire se ye de sa social intervention we ne baye. Ama Ghana fo nyina nya ho faso.
Right.
The best ombetima ye ne se you akufo-addo national health insurance buy. You Mahama the Bibia about say Mahama case. Copy and paste.
Nti ase edi ni krampo nse den ni hopper party say health insurance.
Sir.
Right.
Enti wo de omon kire one social intervention. Yeah, multi-party democracy 30 something years.
Okay.
Enti no se wo ye Ghana ni na Ghana impuntuo eda wakoma so a na wo pese emabunu eja desert so omofa na omunya gidie ene ayerehyem ewo Ghana man dia na se wutimi bua okwan bia so ma MPP aban MPP etimi ba aban mu na empo se biribi wo ho a bia mmiri bi atwam ye ba ya nye ni yie no na ye de afutu amom se no kwan ne babie ma mommoa na Ghana ye nyenye den ye ntumpon enko yanim
right
so what you say
meti ase pa
hwe na nsen eja for state for investigation mko ye amye hu se topete akwan ye kura no 1 kilometer ye akobe se ahi million.
That's right.
Ahi millions. So, na kamedie, zenke yesi e pemma ayi omayi mpuntuo no. Emra Burkina Faso mampanin baye. Burkina Faso mampanin baye a ohwe contract fe otimi ye niema omutimi ye akwan akese akwan apapa e de ato ho no. Ye de ye fa okwan patikwan bi so a eniema ye no. Sebi emrante ne maba wakaya yofo mu wura market aye jom to enti no ye nya ye hihie bi se enkrofo asan omanimu fifiri so
right
na yetima gige tronic caprewe ne e de man krofo e de awasa omusire mu dia na che se ha dwen kakra
right
because me kai se emre kura yesusu anu those time SCC state construction those time Accra Kumasi road no ye kasajan no enokura no na asphalt ni ho but a kwani di chey pa yes and ye betam sikapuduo na da koma ayi no akoye to piti or before baby na na chi atutu we enti na se en sesanye etimi ba
right
na Ghana for esenya gide ni ayerehyem ewo MPP aban mu na ye nso niema ye ba aban mu ya nye ni yie no ya tutu ni yie
very well abisa we animu dia ye die na yetimi akonkomo ahodo a egu apono so e wo se yetimi edima wo ha na me Reverend Father ye edin komo wo hwe the Bishop Conference no mdwumadi a wo di ni enwanamo a omutuo meka se omoboa me ye shepi oman no ohwe ninsem bia no woka fa LGBTQ wa omso matwom mpani adwensi so ne de ho nkomo adankomo bi odi otimi se mo betena so as oman ananse amampanifo a muna tumi ne kita mo as mo amoye president ne ministerial positions e chiche mo bo mfita aduku na chese mo de mo akasa mo pe omo boa mo mo shepi o man no
omo de ohun se omo boa afutuo na nipa bebre wo ha utu omfo omo mfa
okay
so ti ase se ne mpanifo kan e se aboa no se afidie ni so ne na yeso ni su
right
ukosa ne wi yeso ni su so ho enti no nipa ni bebre wo ha wonya kosresre na bi afutuo bi omode ba bi aban bi sisu afutuo bi omode ba na nke beboa na bi aban no entie no asopam na yakote sa Catholic Bishop Conference sorry because Ghana for the majority of us no are affiliated with Christianity so na say ye na fe Ghana for say na tie dia yem fa asimasimra because nia afutu empanifo etu bakra no sa amayoko we kra so eno omko benkro omunya bagi tumi ni wie pa na asesa and this is very typical of NDC
right
me dem nka say owura yewura mampani ononyamfo Mahama na ye NDC as a party
okay
so what they yen take one subject LGBTQ++. You understand? Say, sabi o, Mr. Emeka. Ghana for yenya Jimmy for.
Okay.
So what you say? Nanka opening die. Wo kasa. Ana se ekuo bi mu kasa. Ese samode osie eyoyo. Wọ́n say emra ye wura mampanin wonya nbe bi ko na ban afi so ye wura nana adodankwa akufo-addo
okay
obejina Ghana fo ani ehye omobo se me ba mudi mu humi mobody tumi ni mamia ade ba ko ameye ama timamufo nyina anya ho mfaso free education
right
oba ye the very first budget ayeye odi o say yo anye bia akra no se eniema bi koya ankoyi a bibia wo start a cheoba ho na ya siesi
mi se dua kontonchi na mi ehu dua adwonfo ntade na ekwa no na wo street no
sa pepepe
right
na NDC as a party ene niana odi nanim odi party nanim yewura ononyamfo John Mahama obegira na me de me ne eye me nwanwa ne se ejina mpanimfo anim Catholic Bishop Conference sorry ya kesia edin si kantam se me beye mampani a within the short period no sadwe I was signing into law but actually kra na ehun se ye pass bill kra wo parliament na se sa parliament no a period na expire kra na bill no se ansan a enye dim nya na ye wura mampani ni NDC fo no munim
right
enso no wodi betwa omo ameka no kra no ankere Ghana fo ye gina asofo mpanimfo yanim sabi asofo a so omo kasa kra na ti se ni nyame akasa etwa ntoro kire wo
right
anka no kra nkire wo o de ntoro nkwa de mayi ato nchen anka no kra ankire wo menya sure say ye wura mampani ne Sam George ne Sami Jamfinim ni omo keka ho no na omunim say omo ntimi nka nkire say no omunim say parliament no sa ayi no etwam a
okay
bill no more or less becomes null and void
right
and so yes still
mira ma men ko ahoma so emra na ye meto aye nkomo esum se medika ka chew se medi nkomo bi e amount every child can communicate free parent training bi a ebe koso na no ho na epese edi nkomo kakra e de emawo ma men ko na me Sandra Dorsey eni nkomo Sandra Dorsey speech pathologist ɛna odi saa dwumadie. Sandra, good morning and thanks for your time.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I believe you're doing well.
Yes, I'm well, thank you. I hope you are too.
Yes, sir. We are also doing well. We are very much appreciated with your time that you have apportioned for us. We've learned that you're going to have a program titled Every Child Can Communicate. How come of this program?
Yes, so we're having a program to really educate families and teachers and caregivers that are working with children that have, and sometimes because a child may not have words to speak, we as a community might think that the child doesn't know anything or capable, but through different means, whether it's gestures, sign language, communication boards, we can help a child communicate. So as speech therapists, we can share with families strategies they can use so they'll be able to help their child communicate and understand what they want.
Why is it that the parent is very much important when it comes to the speech development of a child?
Parents are so important in the process because language happens all the time, every day, in all the moments. And when we think about mealtime and getting ready for bed during the day, these are opportunities that families can model language and set up communication exchanges. So we want the child to be in a situation where they want something, and this is mainly focusing on non-speaking children, that they're able to request. And so we need to have that back and forth communication exchange. And since the parent is with the child most of the time, then they really are key, very, very important. Even with speech therapy, that's very important, 30 minutes or 1 second. But parents and families, they're with that child all, know that that's.
Right, so when is this program coming on and where exactly are you having it?
So the program is on Saturday for the parents and teachers, and this is in Tamale. So in Tamale, there was one speech therapist, now they have 3 at the hospital. But we're here supporting to do education and training, and also to support any members of the community, doctors, nurses, that want to learn more about speech and therapy. So we have the president of the Occupational Therapy Association us to share occupational therapy techniques and strategies to support behaviors that parents may have challenges with. When we see behaviors, then we know the child is trying to communicate something to us.
Right.
And so that collaboration occupational therapy will be happening weekend in time.
Very well, very well. Is it scientifically proven that a child, when he or she is born, must attain to a certain age that he or she can talk?
So we do want to focus on early intervention and those first 5 years of the important years for children to learn and develop their language. So if we see a child that's not speaking, they're 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, we want to read our thinking and say, this child ideally would want to have a 2-word combination, speak 2-word combination by 2 years old. So if we see that, then we don't want to wait. We want to get support for the child. But the time is of the essence. 0 to 5 is language development, the most important time for language development. If we wait, then that delay that they have will be extended and we lost time. So we want to make sure that we're seeing a child that when they're 9 months, they should have words between 18 to 24 months. They should be following direction. If we see any challenge speaking, then we know that there's usually a challenge associated with that.
Very
So
well.
we really want to make sure that we see gestures and sounds at one ear and those two-word combinations. By 4 to 5 years old, they're probably having a conversation.
Right. Thanks for your time once again, and we will be also monitoring the program. And as and when you finish or you are done with it, we can also come to you for a successful program done.
Well, thank you so much.
Very well. Very well. I will say, I'm Sandra Dawson, a bon komoyi or a speech pathologist. Na Jumadi bi a wodi the northern part Tamale, and yedi hu komo se nkwada womuntimi enkasa na duru ba bi akwada no behwe no na ne kasa no emma esan se oyobi a ye training no kwan ye fa so man kwada kasa ntino and I would say Jumano Ediama or Momosa and Potem, and I believe say a NGO non-governmental organization acquire Sadiano Edi Ama na Bibisa be a quanimo say Yensanyano a brow program maybe say was Papa was School of Dev for Omaemu. And so that Bisan say ye will age be a quadre drew also a kasa so one kasa na it means say a be defect and I say baby how e dia mano then say it mean na sa dia ene omuso omuko school a omuntimi nkasa say sign ne manema but omuko school no what can we do for them?
But say child development akwala bia ne dia
sir.
So but I think say ne di kan say akwala no kra wo na odu stage bi a so mdo ko hospital no ma ye checks bi minim se stella na sana no data ma me de me kaita ma me wo me mai ye do ko na eno obi akwala na ehwe ha ne akogya na chi ha ni aye noise bi so obi twa na ni a the indication say or tekasa but for the speech you know always say so many research have shown say onipa the way your makeup you are made to interact with another human being.
Okay.
But unfortunately nowadays I may be wrong because I'm not an expert. But nowadays akwala be 3-4 months near introduce to gadgets. And akwala ne betima tena ho be 1 week kura no na only human interaction here anymore. No better than Shakaza.
Say, ye yankasa ya sitrani abobre no akwada wa ya wono ya mama menwa ya 3 months maternity leave. Ofiri ho ba maame ne be adwuma. Ti akwala ne ntimi nha maame na anawo mbo no kon ho nhye na chi. Ti age so ope bibi a betimi agege akwala na ni which is the gadget ya kan kwase.
Enye sebi ye tititini na ye maame no omu nyina no omu ye adwuma ye wo no otenafie no ye yi a no omu ye adwuma but I say those times the family unity it works.
Right
now it works. Say oba aware a wawo no ne maame etimi nya mere
ekotra na nchen
ebetra na nchen kire no na okwa adwuma kora no so ne ba mu ma no so ti ase ene no ne ye de to nchen ene ye se ne akofa busuani but then we realize sebi o misremeka akwala bi a wedi 18 years nyansam bi ani ni tirim ni ye ja ye baketwa so ntete no and bianca as family as a unit now you realize that is also not helping bia anka as a country we should have the country as a whole and as a governance and it should have encouraged
and I am be
the profession
open forum be more be
the professional people will go into that profession as au pair that is nanny professional that have been trained like teachers.
Right.
Because you make the choice. Say be a bosomeson, na you 5,000. Now go for au pair, now between 2,000. Now we balance now he say, well, you want that aspect.
Right.
Then you because elsewhere in other countries, obi ware na o decide say I want to raise a family. Bia o decide say for the next 5 years or 6 years. Me nya adwuma. Na matima tete me ma.
Right. Rapport asem ya okay. Kwan a fa so ama ye maame nom ede ne bewura mu ye ankasa yesu ne ye ban ebia oyira wo ne maame abeta ne nchen na wo maame aba oyire maame na tunji ene ase wo boka osika nyina wo de hwem ase ensem bi ne ahoye bi ne nketekete bia ba maame no so ba ade ewo mu ye oboa ne ba no ama watete akwada no na fi ne ba no kra well being first no obedi abedro wawawi obedi abedro obeye akranko yeso well so bo o maame no bo wafrum se na be ya wafru nya kese ne sa kind of ne mani nyina no wode fam na timi aboa ede ne ba ye nti a within wo no ene as a parent a oye no ede kofa asase afede no kra fru ha ma ye kofa nkwala na abetese ye ma
won say I made there me huni say no focus na shift from say wo ba na wa invest time money energy wo de betete wo ma no wo nyame mu atete wo mseche we so mbi nya be ye mpanimpa ba say no ye fele say ye say samre na sisi nyama ye mana ye do o ma ba wiase no ye betima compensate with money.
Okay.
So mother will build a career, look for money. Father will build a career, look for money at the expense
of
of their children. And that is why we are seeing what we are seeing.
Very well. Very well. Aka by 20 minutes ye didn't come on sorry we jumadi eso. Ye ka LGBT who asem kakra and ye room galamsi haye. Asat now basi ne enya de abaye sikatua kokuakuafo. The first pricing window of April na ye room fango bo atete akosoro. Adraba for so mbeto ahyentuade mu ni nyina ewo ho. Fa ba bi ne enko.
Yo, me dey won say we dey medical fa kokoo dey. Na me dey da bia me kan asemi say ye kuro bia menim Quran mu asem enti me nuanom muslimi fo se me kan na se ente saa mo fa nche me.
Okay.
Na wo hwe Christianity a the central point, the fapima,
the focal one,
fapima Christosum ejina so eno ya asema Christo ka kire yen
say
or say this is the new commission I am giving you.
Okay.
Love one another as I have loved you.
Right.
So what is here?
We are said therefore from the mamo do yonko said me do.
Send your mad do no.
Right.
So what is here? And to me bisa say, na me sure say there will be a similar thing in the Quran. Ye wuran konsheni Muhammad ekre Muslimi for say do yonko.
But what to compare Muslims in Ghana ye Christian no class Muslimi for no ya kwako we say about 60% do omo do kra chen ye Christian near do.
Na sebi wo no sebi o nia oye adwuma mi esam nanimu mfifire emi ekoton konya foreign currency ema o mampani nya bi edito Land Cruiser edem ono abeton koko November ye wo April mu na ye ntua ne ka sebi na yetimi sori begina ho enya akukuduro gina ho eka kire kuani ni say yedwen wo ho minia wudi se bia nchensa
right
enti okuani na enka nyame ye na dom amiri bia atwam akọ na adodankwa ede free education baye anka ne ba ntimi ko school free enana mun free education ni aye variations na anka first wo kotro nsọhwe a wasi ni ihwan a untua ukwa no ansa wona musa ayo no akwa bi variations aba ene wo kwa PTA meeting enti okuani na osam nanim fifire do kokoo no a kokoo no ode koma aban eton in November besi sa amre onyine sankan ni sika na ne awado a wahata amanawo a egu dem a obi ntimi metoye se wo ya we se kuroma nso emra wo ho se apart from cocoa board no obi antimi do cocoa so ti ase nenti saadi we wo hwe wo nua na wo de ye no na wo sentimi gina ho ka se medwen Ghana fo ho a liwe be kan think fa
right
eye contradiction Debio wo ka kire me se wo do me insu amenom no wo ye nhwe ha wo ye ohene a wo tie akura ase a ye te ho
right
ebinum wo kromo se omo de omu fi ahemfie anaso omo ye gangaries and sabi mesra meka insu a ye nyina anom no ye koto bola gu sabi obi se menye sika ntim betu ajanambia o se wonkotu wonsuo no
right
na ohene no wie so asam bebodwa abeka kire me se wodwen wo man wo minia sa se wedun ma mu ai okoku yani no wagi ni sika o mfa man ye asase kakra nso anka ode be ye no bae kakra adi no eno nso no waye nhwa ha wo ne de Ghana tumi nyina acha onsa ye de tumi nyina asojafo policefo ehwanwanfo nyina acha onsa na wo da so te ho ye nhwa ha na ye de na force fa na sase nyanka ode be do banji no ko sika no kra ma ye banji ne aburo no eno nso ya fa de tu galamsey
right
ensu obenom kra no ene so asai enti sesei no enka kuani na me de mi sua no those signs of bro and halfo inso apim krom akurase ukọ afuo ma inso atena da ho no ate ahaban wo de ye ni sa ahaban no amoa ne sa na de asensu na wano
uwia dodo no se de atetiwe no kura gum no kura ya duro edema kura na ode nom no
ene okuani na waji ni sika afi ni nsem a won fa ma no wan ma nkrofo agi na saase afi ni nsem ene sa ne mani nyanti hi okuani no aibeya nhye se so penin kwande a eso koto sachet water
right
ska be no fan koto
entina je se cocoa syndicated loan a ban ya o ka se wo twam won kwaji ska bia mfiri ba bia mfa meto cocoa no enhye amfa susa so mre
wa hu se wo be kai bribia time a ye wura man panin kufo e de national identification Ghana card buy ena yewura atamos bae obae no betwa professor Atefa mpanimfo ho yi omunya no de foforo bae ode nkrofo bae for 8 years no on the national identification card yantima anye ebi say ehunim de no munim cocoa syndicated loan anya ndisi fo ni twa mu eye MPP aban
okay
amo bae no mse da bi yewura Brian Champon be ya Greek minister anom se da bi na di ya ji cocoa syndicated loan na cocoa yiso ya na ye dia wo beto edu wo beto dia sa wo pese afasika bra we do a forward sale
right
na wo discuss ni bia ba the advance aba ni akwa ya adwuma na dia abrew so what ya say ene nti omu judge no kwa na esebu cocoa board sika because companies be put syndicated loan and interest and kwa no ba nyina no na esika Ghana ya fere
right
enti omo bae no sabi se wunni hunim dia sua so what ya say na wo bae ya cocoa price e kwosoro no osio medasase enyanwam
that's right
enti nia wo predecessor ya oye forward sale enti sika bae otibidi etu cocoa for ka no cocoa akua for ka no wo dey also wonye forward sale wo be sport sale
right
ena yekoda dakro bae a yesi cocoa no e price na eso ahwan na ade no kran se eso hwan no sabi misre meka eso hwan no enye se dakro ba akopɛ ena cocoa price no per ton no efi 5000 About 2000. Eti eso tin kakra no. Sabi wo die na nsuo to ye no. Wa nti ade eche won se former
for right.
Matena ho aye nhwa because point ni say koko ni sika ma me anto a koko biani no. Ono no te koko board ha no. Enka no coach.
Right.
Obegina ketua ato ne Land Cruiser dem. Ato pickups over 100.
That's right.
Koko biani no. O de o nyanya nche de ne boje.
I say koto de ne boje.
Koto de ne boje.
Nyanya nche de nya no.
Nya no ko. So, enti no che say yes sad. It's a tragedy.
Very well.
It's a tragedy. Na si ya nhwe yi a daache no. Ebe how man pa.
Very well. Very well. Abuja intellectual discussion bre na yewu mu a ye ne me rapport Adam Opoku na ebon komo ono first vice chair edema MPP amanyoko no dome kwabenya enche na ye bre national for today's agenda so ababeto aso ede amanwo aban ohwe enema ba kominu bi a woye na mira kwaku eka se one can say any priority, but even po or say important as the time kwana say still na no o can me no bomwa still enye within 1.5 years no o hwe nema bi corruption bi eba ba o mo ewura politics no asembrante a o mo wura mu nyina enye o mo hotam ama ne o ka we ya we nti policies and programs bi edigu ho se ade bu akoku afo in terms of year to galamsi ase ni nyina nkoye 9+4 by ayifo nso aba yes blue water gas yen she dan hu ade bi ewo mu ko yie de mamo de mu hu no
wo hu se me de asema da bia me kan se hwe onipa se wotena se na se wo man no kore eni wani ma sa na wo hu
okay
hwe se wo twa ntro e de gitumi a se wan kan no kore now the nada ejitumia sa na mamun beyo
okay
na asema mi bisa me hone se enti aso embra na NDC eye dede wo galamse hu na asofo ni wenu nyina bedi wo machi na enti no munyi enye plan bia nto ho se nyame ye adon na se ye ba aban mu a ye policy a ye de akwan a ye faso ni e de tu galamse ase na ebi ni ho na aso se ebi ni ho kura na minia 1.5 years ni enti muntimi nya policy bi a mo ye se na da bi o ade a sojafo ntimi anya wo se blue water guard no galamse ni no soja ni ba kro timi ni bisi ni otutu blue water guard or the tire or the catapult na kwakọ ya na sede
eso msi omuhu ba bia nso ne se ano matwa picture na ya mo on phone so mo de be utwa picture na wa send no ma ba
Jesus. Now say this could have been done with drones. Wouldn't it have been much easier? And no crowd be live.
Right.
And I'm what? And your life.
Be live.
Nanki ye near break. Na ye hear drones ni helicopters ni nyama there. Sika de quarter presidential jet in Kencity Media adwuma.
Bitimi aye.
And sachet water ni say bag is 10 cedis or 15 cedis.
Tesa ban so mo twentwen ne to no so kakra.
Mo twentwen no.
Yes to mo gu so to so mo.
Na ya twentwen ne do so no. Sika be na ban de so masene. Na se me bi di misika. Ye adwuma na enne rubber me koto no ne bu okosoro. Me twen ne sa aka na me bo no ma ne betua. Me bisa. Ehia se ministries any presidency omu hia kasa. Omo ba ye no nko no mo nka se na yese Ghana economy ase.
Right.
And the other thing omo ba ye cars ne sa niema presidential jet ne niema nya omo antwentwen so se ekosi mira Ghana sika sembeto yie ama obi aho ato na ansa ne akwakoye.
Right.
So omo ntima antwen.
Omo ntimi antwen.
Na me de mi ankasa me di misika. Ma fa adwumayefo mu wie so amo sanje me tax enka ban wo ka se yantwen so no wo se na sese no sachet water producers ne ho anfo nyina no mo no sese no mama mo tax holiday
say wate so PRC nam so ate nso ne nkane abo so
na den PRC no enye say ehunumobro bi eye formula om di operate no formula ne na kye won say so om te so
right abuja ma ye fancy na ye to enkomo no ene adwen no na ye hunu se de ne ma ekọ ewo man emu asat na wo a wo fi awutie yen ye kan se inflation se ate abanti ha wa ne ma ebo kọ soro no ejinagina ho akyese ntimi nkọ nanim asat na wo hunu sa akuafo ko hu sika be se bosome be nsia nie wo mun san kan ye no ekosen edema wo a wo yi kokokuani no ajeje afa won so a wo kwa bonte so a wo koton niema se wo bie wo store a amanfo ba beton niema no a na wo so watimi ehunu se de niema te we ni nkomo a yedi ede ema obre ni ho na yaje ofre na mu wankasa wajeje nkomo ne bi ede afa ekoyema wa wo hunu enkoyema so a wonso utimi ehunu anopai omo a omo de omo birthday ba ya e ka honorable doctor ya wo se adutwumde ho eye we ekọ ede ama ye fro head pastor Reverend Kwadwo Fojo na Reverend Kwadwo Fojo papa anopei ye mo happy glorious birthday na edin ya mama aka me so papa Kwadwo Fojo entine me papa edi ne birthday ankasa head pastor Reverend Father Reverend Kwadwo Fojo of True Vine Foundation Ministries located in Awoshi Nibote area. This birthday wishes is from your son George Osei Kofi Nyantechi and me myself. Happy birthday, Daddy. May the good Lord continue to bless you and make you a blessing on the others in Jesus' name. Amen. And then yeah, this I would that way ma your papa because papa so na friend Kwadwo Fojo sa international say and then me ankasa maja aid in the birthday a we George me kan ho amaya we she your papa a happy glorious birthday and then baby a party no be ko bia no mamu nyime mfiri monton san frem na me so me kan papa ho ai na any birthday no kama we say a happy birthday to patient Mandy Enin Patient Mandy Enin of Bank of Fidelity Adenta Accra. May the good Lord shower his blessings on you and answer all your heart desires. From your family and friends, we love you so much. Patient Mandy Enin happy glorious birthday encore and famo ebusiafo ni nyina we show na yetimi ehunu the abani happy birthday to Robina Kachri Robina dodo no anim yese Kachri we eye CJ Winters ni nua pa nti Kachri and the production team ni nyina efa kwanya we so na wa show happy glorious birthday and edano nya da papa emfa ma ba bia odi ni bia no enkoyi emfa ma production team ayoma fam de na ejano brakwesi Ninsen afi justice and he was ahen omunyina eboy producer no ya mo focus e na fam de sanso na elekem eso tena chire eboy ma dwumadi ni nyina nso ekoso yi ede ema ne enkomo no ene edwumadi no so edrum pempe so ayede ekọ na wie ya emfas da made aseda ese no memedin ede kwame abo akuda nkwamo a obechian from ekomoto I am your host with the most and I am your moderator na ote yera Paul Ademopoku enka oye first vice chair domi kwabenya abato empesia so ena ono so ba ya yedi dwumadi ni nyina esi yankopon ya domo ya bese ehia ewo the dialogue show so